I want to at least touch on one last question before we go. I know we kind of have to wrap things up, but I want to talk about multi-cloud. It seems like, multi-cloud, it creates its own security compliance challenges. Uh, Corey, what do you see there? What's the answer? If someone's in a multi-cloud world, how can they bulk that up?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all unanimously agree that most of the customers that we talk to are in a multi-cloud world. They're in a they have one foot in a data center and one foot in the cloud, and they're going to continue to operate in that way for some extended period of time. And, the big challenge is part of being a high performing IT organization and getting high velocity out of your software development teams and everything is reducing the number of patterns that you have in how you operationalize software components, et cetera, in all of your environments. And the way that you can do that is to find tools that work across all of your environments and to land and to codify the patterns of those tools and technologies across all of your cloud environments. And so that's something that we have certainly experienced at Chef. I think probably Resilient and Achilles would concur on that, which is that ultimately most of our customers are looking for solutions that can meet them wherever they are today and tomorrow. And they're looking to sort of establish those patterns in the enterprise that allow them to reduce the complexity, the number of paths to production. If you think about the digital high performers in the tech industry, for example, the sort of the FANG companies, Google, Facebook, Apple, et cetera, many of those organizations have a really broad set of compute environments, but there's only one or two paths for how you take a component and get it into production. And so that's really, part of the secret to velocity. And so I think we all represent a set of technologies that are very, very ubiquitous across all of the environments that, most enterprises are operating in.
Well, one last question, and that first one was so good. I think that Oded does need to use a Snapchat filter whenever he's ready. But we've got one last one.
Hit me.
Yeah. What's that?
Hit me. I'm waiting for a good one.
Well, it seems like it just seems like it would be Curtis's turn, but whatever. That is, why don't the cloud providers, provide these capabilities? I mean, why would an organization need to go out of house for a third party provider to get these kind of tool set? Curtis, why isn't AWS, with all its deep pockets, already doing all this?
It comes down to what I said earlier, which is businesses are polygamous, and putting all their eggs in one basket and one tool set, which is married to one cloud platform, doesn't make sense. And with some companies, it does. And you're right; they've got the deep pockets. They have partnerships with all of us, so they see our tech and they recreate some of it, and that's not a bad thing. For some people that are getting started with maybe a smaller business and then put all their eggs in one basket to get scaled up, great. In my view, it's whatever works best for the business. But the reality is a lot of businesses don't want a dependency on a single platform, or they've got a lot of services that have been developed over a long period of time, and they're not necessarily going to take them all to the cloud. So they need, as Corey said, to recreate as minimal patterns as possible that represent optimization in their workflows, but then allow them to scale and get the benefits of reaching their customers using infrastructure that's hosted by cloud providers and some of the services that come along with that. And it's then our job to work into those workflows as well. And as I said, we mesh really well with tools like Chef in that regard. Because they work across the IT environment, whether you're on-prem or cloud, and we work with those workflows as well to deliver a seamless experience. But, I think the key thing there is the cloud providers are providing those tools. They should provide the tools, but a lot of organizations are looking at different options so that they don't have too much dependency, but at the same time, making sure that the cloud providers meet them where they're at, which is why you'll see, if you look at Azure, AWS, or Google, they've got a lot of the same services to meet those requirements of the businesses. They're not necessarily providing huge diversity. There is diversity there, but they're really providing an option, right? An option that organizations can exercise based on meeting them where their processes and needs are. And then you've got tool sets that need to work across all of the platforms, like Resilient, like Chef, and other tools that are out there as well, to provide security and cover the gaps that aren't delivered through those platforms.
Mm-hmm. Great. Well, I think the three of you said it. Curtis, Oded, Corey, thank you very much. Wilson, thank you for your questions. I will send you all the video link when it's done. And thanks for talking with me today.
Thanks, Jay.
Thank you very much.
Great.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Great
Take
time.
care.
Thanks.
Have a good
Cheers.
one. Bye.
Bye-bye.